Hey, this is Mark from Disability Network, and today I am going to be hopefully fixing my dryer, which broke the other day. I've never attempted to do this before, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so not every dryer is exactly the same, so I'll tell you right now, mine is an Electrolux dryer. Different brands will have slightly different things going on, but first thing I did here was unplug it and pull it away from the wall, and then if you look back here, there's a screw here, and there's another one on the other side that I'm going to unscrew. Alright, got those out now. This should see that little gap there now? I push back on it. I should be able to lift it. Maybe. Okay. Lift the top off. Alright. That's step one. Okay, so we got the top off, and now we're going to take off this front piece. So there's a screw here on each side. Try not to do that. It's going to be fun finding. Then we got a screw here and here. Need to come out. Now all the way down here, I've already propped up the dryer so that I have a little easier access to these. There's two screws. Okay. So should just kind of lift it. When you bring it towards yourself, you will see multiple, well, a couple points where there are wires connected. Right here. Up. Where are we having a go of it here? Maybe that one. Oops. I'll do that. And now we got the front panel off. So now to get off this second panel here, there's a series of different wires connected at various points and more screws, and I'm just going to kind of start here and work my way down and around. So this thing I couldn't figure out how to get it apart, so I cheated and I made sure I could do it before we started videotaping, but I had to go get this little bitty screwdriver and insert it in the back here to press down on a little tab in there, and then pull it apart. Sure. Alright, grab that. Oh shit, hold on. Shoot! Sorry folks, there we go. There we go. Whew. Alright. So that's one thing, and that actually, instead of, for this, there's these little points here where you can kind of pinch it and pull it through. There. Jeez. Same thing on that side, that one a little easier. So now we disconnect it up here at the top. Go here. Wire here. Guess I should have figured out this one beforehand too. So I figured this out, and I'm not going to put it back together and take it apart again, so I don't have to deal with that again. But these were essentially together, and I had to. I came from this side, or you can come from this side with the little bitty again, and kind of pry it there, and on the other side here, pry it, and then pull them apart. Basically. So, and then back here, that's awkward. There's another point that needs to be pinched, and I'm gonna switch. So this was in here, and it was, again, I had to reach. It was super awkward, but I had to reach in there and pinch these and push it through. This here was up here on this side, same deal. I had to reach up under here, pinch it, push it through. And now we've got a screw in here. It's gonna come out. And then these two here. Actually, before I take this last one out, so these two screws are holding up this thing, at least on this side. So before I take this out, I just don't want this dangling or doing anything weird. So I'm gonna grab something to hook one of these holes in here and hook it around the side just to keep that supported and lift it up. So I got this hanger and unhangered it, and I'm gonna stick it in there like that, and I kind of bent it so it would hang over the other end here, and hopefully in my mind that will work. So let's see. So I'll unscrew this out. So now we should be able to. So this is just hanging on now by these little guys that are like slid into these slots here. So ideally, I'll lift this up a little bit and woo! Totally cool. Oof. Alright, there we are. Now we got that off. So here's the deal. Initially, the thought was that either this belt was creating the issue that we were having, which was like a really loud noise, and it seemed as if it didn't want to spin at its normal speed. But when we pulled off the top, the belt, we checked the whole belt, it looked totally fine. Alright. The other thing we're going to check are these little guys here, who also seem fine. There are more of these on the back side, but this dryer is only like 3 years old, 2 years old, 3 years old. So really, that belt, these rotor wheels, whatever, none of that belts really that shouldn't be breaking down yet. So I saw another guy with this same dryer, same issue. He got in here, and if you look in here, this is gross, but full of all this lint, and that really should not be there. And that can create some noise and other stuff, I guess. So I'm gonna clean all that out of there, and I'm gonna clean inside of here, which is where like the lint trap is and such, and hopefully it'll solve the issue. Again, it was loud, it seemed labored, and also it had like a burning kind of smell, which could be a number of things, but again, I think because it's such a young dryer, this seems to be what the issue might be. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a little bit of getting this stuff out of here. Again, there should not be anything here. So basically, when the lint comes through the lint trap, it shouldn't be able to get down into here, but I learned that this model of this dryer, a lint trap, has that issue where basically it lets lint get to places it doesn't. So all this stuff I'm going through, and these are pretty deep little pockets in here, but if you look at that, inside of each one of these, it is just packed with lint, dirt, I mean, all sorts of stuff that shouldn't be there. So I'm going through each of these one at a time and just gonna completely clean these out. Super gross, but look at, and I've done, you know, maybe half of them. So anyway, the idea I think here, once I have this all cleaned out, I'm gonna put everything back on the way it was before, which I'm just gonna reverse the order. We're not gonna tape that because it just doesn't seem to make sense. So, but we're just gonna reverse the order that we took everything off and put it all back on. I'm gonna run the dryer and we'll show you that once everything's back together, and we'll see how it sounds. So we got the dryer back together, put it back up against the wall. Actually, while we had it out, we cleaned out the dryer vent and everything. And we pulled out all the other gross stuff that I showed you out of there and tested it out. And it seems to be working. Voila. No weird noise. Everything looks good back here. I checked the vent outside and that looks good. There's air blowing out of it. Nothing weird. I don't know. So hopefully that was the issue and we solved it. Hopefully maybe that's helpful for somebody else. Thanks.